Hey y'all, it's me again, Lucy, paperglitterglue.com, and I've got a fun little craft, a simple craft for the most part. This is a very easy house. It's just kind of a basic structure, gable in the front, not a fancy roof, except that I glued poinsettias on it, but simple structure. But what's cool about it is it's got this candy box. And I tried to figure out how you could get the candy box out. You have to put a ribbon or something on the bottom. And then I thought, well, this is the back, the little light hole that I always leave in my houses. It's kind of traditional for putz houses. So I made a little slot so you can just kind of push it down, and then you can get the candy box out easily. So, in addition, if you use a light colored candy box, it sort of functions as the windows and the door. Doesn't get this one, but it gets these. So anyway, let's make the Christmas Cottage Candy Box. I'm going to show you real briefly how to set it up in Cricut Design Space. It's such a simple house. It doesn't take hardly any time. Okay, let's go to Cricut Design Space. Okay, let's get the Christmas Cottage Candy Box in Cricut Design Space. So I'm going to New Project, the green button in the upper right-hand corner. New Project. Now I scroll to the bottom Upload section down here on the left, lower left. Green button here, Upload Image. Then we go to the next green button, Browse. And these are the files for the Christmas Cottage Candy Box. Let me just show you these real quickly. If you want to add large poinsettia petals on the roof of your little house, you can use this file. Let me go back. And if you want to use the tiny poinsettias, then you use this file. And there are actually two sizes. They're not that different, but they're two sizes. If you want to decorate with these tiny poinsettias, they're real easy to make. Let's go back. Now let's go to upload the candy box itself, the real thing, the real reason we're here. This is a design, and since I draw my score lines in red, you can actually see them in red on this upload image page. This is the only place where they show up that way, at least initially. So if you kind of look at that, you say, oh yeah, okay, so this is the outline of the score lines on the house. These are the outlines on the candy box portion. There is a chimney. I didn't put it on my house, but there is a chimney that goes with it, and then a roof. So now we're going to choose this one. We go to this green button in the lower right-hand side. This is the image details page. I don't really know the purpose. I just kind of ignore it, but you can add them to a collection if you want. You can add tags. It just helps you organize your files better. Now we go back to the green button, and it puts all our things on the canvas. So I always reduce the view on the screen just so I can see all the pieces, and they're all grouped together. So we're going to ungroup, and I check to make sure the scale is correct. So my 1-inch square is correct. It's uploaded as a 1-inch square. So now I can delete it. I don't need it. And let's just do real quickly the score lines. Let me get the door out of the way. He's kind of aggravating me. All right, score lines on the main piece of the house. I'm choosing the lines, these little lines in the middle. And I told you already, and you probably already knew this, that I draw them in red so the color box becomes red. Then we scoot over to the operations menu, scroll to score, and now we see that these lines are designated as score. Then we check the entire piece, scroll down to the paperclip attach button, and we've got that one done. Now let's do the candy box, the insert. These are the score lines in the middle. I grouped the score lines with the piece it belongs to. So I've selected just the lines, red, score, select entire piece, attach. Roof has one line as well, has one little line. Select that piece. Oh yeah, red color box, operation, score, select everything, attach. Chimney has a series of score lines. Select these lines in the middle, red, score, entire piece, attach. Now it's ready to cut out, and I recommend for the structure, if you can, use 1 10-pound cardstock, but 65-pound cardstock works well too. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to construct this very simple house with a candy box insert, and I think you'll be pleased to see how quickly it comes together. All right, let's make our little Christmas cottage candy box. This is the structure of the house itself. I've folded along all the score lines. That helps me when I'm doing things like placing the windows. I know exactly, where they go, which kind of face it is, front, the sides. This little hole is based on kind of vintage putz houses, and it also helps you get the candy box out. So I'll show you how that works in a minute. So I need 4 windows. I've chosen 4 red windows, a red door, and a brown frame for the door. And let's put the frame on first. This is I'm using my Barely Art glue. This is a very simple house structure. And I did that so you can make it easy, but also if you want to emboss the paper, if you have some pretty printed paper you wanted to put on top, if you wanted to stencil something, it just lends itself to a lot of decoration. But if you just want to get a little kind of a gift done quickly, this is the house. Because the house and the gift box just don't take much time at all. Now I'm going to decorate my roof with these tiny poinsettias, and they take a while to cut out. See if we line them up. Yeah, that didn't work. Trying to see if they're in sort of a straight line. That looks good. Now we can adhere the structure together. So we can apply the glue to the side glue tab. This is pretty much my standard structure for most houses. And the most important thing here is to just line up the bottom piece. I'm going to use a piece of painter's tape to help hold it while the glue is drying. Now the roof flaps go in, and that kind of helps with the structure. And you want to make sure it looks like, at least close to a rectangle. And the box itself will help, keep it square. The candy box insert. I just think this would be a real simple gift. It doesn't hold much candy, which nowadays, people don't eat that kind of stuff as much, I think. I don't. I try to avoid it if I can. But if you just give just a little treat, it's fun. And when it's packaged differently, it kind of adds something to it. Okay, let's get our roof flaps down, adhered to our roof tabs. Painter's tape to the rescue. I should have glued one side at a time. And you need to make sure that the flap lines up with the tab, so. Okay. A lot of the painter's tape I use is left over because I have old mats for my Cricut, so I have to tape practically everything down, and so I kind of reuse the painter's tape for that. Okay, you can see inside that I've lined up these creases with the side of the flap, this roof flap. Let's do the other side. I need to add a little more glue. There. We almost got the house done. While this glue is setting up, I'm going to go ahead and make the base, make the little insert. And I chose a light color. It actually goes like this. I chose a light color so that when it's behind the windows, it kind of looks like light. Folding all the score lines. This is 110-pound cardstock, so it's very sturdy. The structure is 110-pound cardstock. The windows are not. And the poinsettias, the little poinsettias I made, they are 65-pound. They're lighter cardstock. Whenever you have really detailed small pieces, it works best if you use a lighter cardstock. Okay, glue tab. This is a side glue tab on the Christmas Cottage Candy Box insert. So just like when we glue our houses together, we try to line up the bottom. And this is the way it will go together. We'll just slide this in. But we should apply glue first. But really, you can make this entire house out of the lighter weight cardstock, which is 65-pound. Just because there are no tricky things about it. There are no funky angles or, sort of weird curves, anything like that. There's the box. Let's slide it in. I made the box 1/8 of an inch smaller, so it should slide in. But sometimes, just adding a little, like the space of the glue tab. See, I should have put that glue tab behind. I should have put it inside. I think I've got another one. We'll make another one. Okay, but it fit. It holds it square. Now see, you've got this little opening because it's hard to get out. I made it so you just kind of push down so you can pull the box out. Then we'll add the roof in a minute, but here is another one. Let's glue the tab on the inside because I think that'll make a difference. I'll glue it and get it done, and then I'll show you in a minute. I think it helps to see mistakes because you're like, oh yeah, I don't want to do that. I want it easier to fit in and out. So if I'd put the glue tab on the inside like I do my houses, I think it'll be better. Yes, see, even this sticks together. This goes in easier. Okay, here we go again. We're testing it. I've got a written tutorial, and I'm going to have to be sure and note that you need the glue tab to go on the inside of the box. Did you see how much easier it goes in and out? So that it just makes your candy box better when that is easier. Okay, let's see. What we decided on a brown roof. And I'm going to decorate it with these tiny poinsettias I included in the file. I've got a larger version and a small version. And I did them. They take a long time to cut out, but they really go together quickly. And they're not fancy poinsettias. Some people make these beautiful paper flowers and stuff. These are just, make something fun. It's pretty. It'd go great on a gift tag. But, yeah, but not fancy, not fussy. We're not trying to, mimic a real poinsettia. Now let's glue our roof down. I can't help but add glue and make sure all my seams are good. I think I was glue deprived as a child. kind of made up for it as an adult. Okay, put our little roof line. Hold it down. Let's put the our little candy box inside, so we know it's dry, that everything is drying square. It's really sticking pretty good. Sorry, little house. Okay, now I'm going to add a bunch of these little poinsettias. I just wanted it to look really festive and different. I've made fairy houses like with these decorations before. The reason I want you to apply the roof before you apply these little poinsettias, apply the decorations. In this case, because this is dimensional, it would be hard to hold the roof down with all the little poinsettias on it. So I'm actually just going to put some blobs of glue down and give them a second to dry. And if you want to add more dimension, all you do is just kind of pull the petals upward, and it gives, like, some shadows and little depth. But the point of this whole craft is fast and easy. I just think this is going to be fun. But you can use whatever decor you want. Some peppermint, shingles. You could do shingles. If you do something flat, you can apply the decorative elements before you glue the roof on. But I couldn't do that with my little with my poinsettias. There, that's better. It's just, it may be a little funny looking, but I just thought it was worth a try because the house is kind of plain, so I thought it needed a little something. All right, now I'll do the others, and then I'll show it to you when I'm finished. All right, my little poinsettia roof is almost all done. I mean, it's not really completely dry, but at least they're sticking. And you can see the little plain house needed something. Now, maybe this is a little bit too wild looking. I just thought it might be a fun experiment for the Christmas cottage. So that's why I covered it with these flowers. But you could do, like I said, other things. I really think a peppermint roof would look good. Maybe some candy canes, some icicles hanging down. It's a basic house, but it's a neat structure, and it's nice that it has a function, and you can put a little treat in it. You can make a whole series as a set of Advent houses, and it's very sturdy. It does not fold flat like some of my projects, but it doesn't occupy a lot of space either. Okay. So I hope you will make the little Christmas Cottage Candy Box. And I'd like to see it. If you do, you can share it with me by email or in my Facebook group, Paper Houses and Paper Crafts, hosted by Paper Glitter Glue. The link is in the description. So anyway, alrighty, y'all have a good day. I'll see you later. Bye.